Most of what I know about the Epiphany I learned in English class. In high school, Rock Colosimo tried to introduce us to what he called the Joycean Epiphany. The Irish writer James Joyce apparently realized at some point that out of the mess of life, in the everyday coming and going, in the sensory stew of experience, walking down the streets of Dublin, say, and the smells, the sights, the sounds, the textures of the place. Out of that, at certain times in life, come these moments of recognition, these moments of sudden realization that all of this life means something, that all of this life is beautiful, is true, and Joyce talked about it as the kind of the revelation of the thisness or the whatness of a lamppost or a horse or a girl. Often these revelations in these epiphanies in Joyce were sort of bittersweet, sometimes sad moments of a recognition of the reality, the truth of our mortality. So we have these moments. In college, I learned about a guy named Joseph Campbell, who famously created something called the heroic monomyth. Basically, it's the story of the hero's journey. The hero ventures forth from the world of common day into a realm of supernatural wonder. Fabulous forces are there encountered, and a decisive victory is won. The hero returns to his people with the ability to bring good gifts. 3 parts. The hero leaves the ordinary, the everyday. The hero enters a strange, wild world, and encounters challenges and problems. There's this struggle, and there's this victory, and then there's the return. The hero comes back. The heroic journey. Life is a journey. It's a cliche. We've heard it 1,000 times. Life is a journey. But it is. And that sense of journey seems so deeply rooted in our psyches, in our human psyches. It has been from the start. We move from here to there in space. We move from here to there in time. Why? Why not just stay put? What starts the journey? What keeps it going? Where and how and why does it end? Today's gospel involves the journey of the Magi. Their journey begins with the sighting of a star, and it ends with the sighting of a baby. Things happen along the way. All of our journeys have a motive and a goal. Something that gets us started and something that pulls us forward. We all have to be accountable for what that is in our own lives, for us. Who are we? Why are we here? Where are we going? Where do we hope to be, hope to end up? Another English lesson came when I discovered a poem by somewhere in my junior year in college, a poem by T.S. Eliot called The Journey of the Magi. That also is a really well-known poem. You possibly know it. The question came up in Lexio the other day about what happened to the Magi after this event. And T.S. Eliot had that same question. He writes a poem from the point of view of one of the Magi, some years after, who's remembering what that was. He describes the journey, the difficulties of it, the painfulness, the irritability of all of them on this journey, how difficult it was and cold it was and how hungry they got at times. And then the poem ends this way. All this was a long time ago, I remember. And I would do it again. But set down this. Were we led all that way for birth or death? There was a birth, certainly. We had evidence and no doubt. I have seen birth and death, but had thought they were different. This birth was hard and bitter agony for us, like death, our death. We returned to our places, these kingdoms, but no longer at ease here in the old dispensation, with an alien people clutching their gods. I should be glad of another death. Where are we here? Here in this moment. It seems like the words of Isaiah, at least part of it, seems such an echo of our own place and time. That first part about the world being covered in darkness and shadow. We know about those things in our world today, here now, perhaps in our own hearts. We know about darkness and shadow. And yet, this Isaiah, coming at the end of the period of their own, the Jewish people's own darkness, their exile, this Isaiah is able to proclaim a light. There's a light. And it's a light that will come not only to us as the people of Israel, but it's a light that will guide all nations. The wise man in Eliot's poem doesn't know what to do with that experience exactly. But he knows, because he has had to go back to the old world. He's had to go back to his old place. But he knows that there's got to be something more. Maybe that something more will involve another kind of death. But to stay in the old ways, to stay stuck, clutching our old gods, whoever, whatever they are, just won't do anymore. So much of this message of light that we get today is a message of hope for us to be able to see, or hope to see, what else it is that we might clutch, might cling to, might hold to ourselves. I think we know. So on your own journeys, today, tomorrow, throughout your life, throughout our lives, let's move forward knowing that there is a light, even in the darkest of moments, the most miserable times, physically, mentally, spiritually. Help us to know that, we journey with our contemplative hearts toward a truth and a beauty and a light that is worth everything.